manager has called it the most demanding few weeks of fixtures since he took charge at Old Trafford. But thoughts of trips to the cities of Madrid, Newcastle and London are on hold. This could be a great start. And then it's a corner straight away. United setting the tone. Van Nistelrooy with the shot and Dudek with the save.
What a wonderful ball from Paul Scholes. If he catches that properly, Ruud, that could have easily finished up in the back of the net. Unfortunately, he didn't.
Corner United, so important they make a positive start to this game. Liverpool have beaten them 6 of the last 7 meetings. Giggs with the corner, headed away by Hoopier. Phil Neville in strongly straight away. Another wonderful ball from Scholes. First touch from Giggs. Now Solskjaer. Still Solskjaer. Now Gary Neville. Liverpool haven't touched the ball yet. Now Silvestre back in the side today. United retaining possession. Ferdinand.
Oh, that was a bit casual there, wasn't it, from Rio? A few worrying moments for people. It was certainly took his time to get out of it very easily, but wonderful. What a wonderful ball from Paul Scholes. And as I said, if he connects, that could have gone in. He doesn't connect properly. Goalie doesn't know it's not gone in. He still gets a touch to it.
Solskjaer. Giggs might get that. Giggs has got that. It was Risa who just got it back with a foot in. And Nistelrooy's on fire, isn't he? Hat-trick against Fulham. He scored in both goals for Holland in their Euro qualifiers. But has never scored a league goal against Liverpool since signing for United. Let's hope that changes today.
Well, I don't think we're particularly worried who scored, Steve, as long as somebody scores on our side.
Keane, another man back in the starting lineup tonight. 5 games out with that hamstring injury. Brown's recovered from his hamstring injury as well. He was searching out Solskjaer. This is Murphy. Away by Risa. Really well will do for Liverpool. Been a positive start from United.
Yeah, very positive. Just a pity Wood didn't make better connection with that ball from Scholes there.
Keane to Giggs. Juve was back helping out for Liverpool. Carragher away. That will be a United throw. Keane. Solskjaer's got space on the right. He went central to Scholes instead. And he's in towards Van Nistelrooy.
Oh, that could be a penalty.
And it is a penalty.
Yeah.
Hoopier on Van Nistelrooy inside the first 3 minutes.
Well, Paul Scholes again, what a wonderful ball. He's going to get booked, and I'll tell you something, Steve, could he get sent off? I don't think he will.
Wasn't the last man, was it? Oh, he's off!
Yeah.
I didn't think he was the last man. Mike Riley, the referee, did. And a sensational start at Old Trafford. Hoopier is off.
Well, it's a wonderful ball from Paul Scholes. Hippier's pulling and hauling. He is the last man. The referee's right. Nothing you can do about it. Let's hope Ruud puts this away. This is a very, very important penalty kick. If we can get the first goal, Steve. But what a wonderful ball. Wonderful vision again from Paul Scholes.
Sami Hoopier, the Liverpool skipper, sent off.
Can't complain. The Liverpool players complain, but when they see it again on television, Steve, there's no complaint. But this is a very important penalty kick. Probably one of the most important ones that Ruud has taken.
He's got a 100% record from the penalty spot this season. There's a long delay as well. Liverpool are trying to reorganise frantically. The loss of their skipper. He loves the pressure situation, Van Nistelrooy. Here he comes. First league goal against Liverpool. Goal number 33 of the season. And in a pressure cooker situation, there is no one more ice cool than this fella. 1-0 United, perfect start.
Said it again, Steve, a very important penalty kick for United. You'll be disappointed, Gerard Julio, but no question about the referee's decision and no question about that. Very important penalty kick, that.
He is so reliable in the spot kick situation.
Well, they started off so well, or they have started off so well, United. What a boost it is, but they've got to continue.
Carragher. Well, I'll tell you something, it's an even bigger boost. I'll tell you in a moment, because this is Murphy looking for the instant return. That's why it's an even bigger boost, because the way Liverpool have reorganised is Steven Gerrard has gone to centre-half, so that's a big part out of their midfield as well.
Yes, it certainly is. I thought they might have made the decision and probably played Haman there, but then again, Haman marks the back four. Great ball again. Great ball again from Paul Scholes. Yes, pulling them, no question. There's a possibility he might have scored anyway, but the referee's right, Steve. No, I don't think the referee could make any other decision. Biscan is coming on
for Milan Barros. So that Gerrard at centre-half is only going to be temporary. Phil Thompson and Gerard Houllier had a long conversation. Milan Barros has only lasted 6 minutes. He's the man sacrificed. Biscan will go in and play at centre-half alongside Traore. And that is a combination we've been used to seeing in our reserve team coverage.
Well, and I hope he plays as well here today as he plays for the reserve team, because he's not been very impressive. But then again, it's so important to keep Steve Gerrard in the middle of the pitch. Very important.
You sense that would only be a temporary measure.
Well, good decision by the manager of Liverpool. He'll be very disappointed, Steve. But the referee, correct decision.
Silvestre. It's been a very positive start from United.
Well, they look up for it, don't they?
They do. Giggs. Here he goes. And it was Biscan with his first touch to stop him.
Well, I said before the game, Steve, I think it's very important that you score the first goal against Liverpool. He's created two opportunities. One of them, fortunately, finished up apparently in the back of the net. You score first against Liverpool, they've got to come and have a go at you, but they've now lost a man, which makes it a bit more difficult for them to come and have a go at you.
Well, I was about to give you a statistic that shows you how difficult it is when you do lose your first goal to Liverpool, because they have not lost in their last 60 Premiership games where they've scored first. They haven't scored first today, and as Paddy says, they've got to come out. They do like to score first and then get men behind the ball. They can't do that, and they only have 10 men now. Silvestre behind Giggs. Gerard Heskey is now a lone frontman up there. That was late by Keane.
No, it wasn't. I think the man's gone down very easily there, Steve.
It's the third red card Mike Riley has shown this season. It's his 15th Premiership game. It's also the third game that he's officiated in involving United, and they've beaten Borough and Everton here in the previous two. So that's a good omen as well. It's a superstar. Murphy. Murphy goes again. Giggs is back. And then Brown away. Danny Murphy, a player who knows what it's like to get sent off in a Liverpool-Manchester United game.
I think it's very important, Steve, when the other team's down to 10 men. You've got to play wide players. You've got to get Woods. There's nothing more tiring than if you get 10 men and you're playing against a team that's playing with two wide players.
A man's header. Great foot in from Keane. Early ball from Solskjaer was ambitious. This man Biscan, you know, he came as a central midfield player with big hopes, £5.5 million from Croatia's Zagreb.
Yeah, and he's not really done it since he come to the States, Dave. We've seen him a few times in the reserve team, and he's not really been impressive. But then again, coming to a different country and all that sort of thing plays a part, doesn't it?
And Liverpool now, basically, without their first choice centre-halves. Ancho was already injured today, and Hyypiä now sent off. And that is what they've based a lot of their results on this season, those two.
Down through the season, that's been the backbone. And it's not just that. He's going to miss the run into the rest of the season, isn't he? Liverpool trying to get in contention for fourth place.
And Nistelrooy knows he's got Gary Neville with him. Wasn't on the back ball at all, and Carragher had to head it behind for a corner.
Oh, that's a great ball in. Ryan Giggs right behind Carricker, and certainly he's got to take no chances, get it away. And Carriker's not happy with Biscay. He says, who are you marking? Why is the centre forward out there crossing the ball? Where are you?
Gone short to Gary Neville. He's got the angle for the cross here. That was in towards Paul Scholes.
Well, that was an important header from Biscay there. And he's clattered Paul Scholes in the head as well.
Scholes. Now Key. Well, that was late from
He's going to get booked for that. It's a back tackle as well. It's not so much the challenge. He's came from the back. Yeah, you've caught him from the back. Emil, you're not allowed to do that. Well, I thought he was going to get booked for that. He's got away with it. That's an name-taking offence, that, Steve.
It certainly is.
Maybe he's feeling a bit of sympathy because Hippie has already been sent off, but you know, many times that happens, somebody that should have got booked commits another foul that should be booked. He might get booked for it and he's still on the pitch.
It's a great ball from Giggs if Solskjaer can keep it in, which he can. And Traore headed it over his own crossbar.
They very easily fly under the crossbar, never mind over them. I mean, it's a desperate last minute to get the ball across the box, and Traore's taking no chances. Well, you just wish United could get a second one now, Steve.
Now Beckham for the corner. It goes short to Ryan Giggs. Phil Neville. The man came very quickly out to close Scholes down. Liverpool well aware of the danger of Paul Scholes from that kind of distance.
Yeah, he just overhit that one. A little bit too much on it.
Sharon Houllier will be throwing his team talk and tactics out of the window now.
Oh, out the window, straight from the off. I've gone out the window totally now. You just hope that his team's got fighting spirit, and Liverpool teams have always had that.
Fabien Barthez, back from 2 wins with France. Gary Neville 2 wins with England. Great ball from Keane. Van Nistelrooy's away here. Traore had to get back those long legs of his to concede the corner.
Yeah, an important challenge for Traore, because if the ball goes the other side, you could have seen the situation again of maybe it had been brought down. It's a good challenge by the big central defender.
And he's the senior partner in there now.
A very inexperienced senior partner, Steve.
Dudek didn't want to catch that. And he's very fortunate to see that go over the bar as well.
Well, it was travelling at a great pace of not. Steve Gerrard not very happy with him, but maybe a little bit of nerves there as well.
Short to Keane. Murphy's headed that back in. It was away by Heskey. Scholes and Keane both missed it. The man gets it away. So too does Gary Neville, and the pressure from Danny Murphy. It's a good header from Phil Neville. Now United have it on the floor again with Giggs. Silvestre. Solskjaer. Now Bishkan didn't want to go back to Dudek, did he? Solskjaer knew where Van Nistelrooy was. Brilliant control, and that's another corner, and it's all United.
Yeah, they're putting great pressure on Liverpool, but then you expect that with Liverpool down to 10 men. They can't go out their own half.
Solskjaer's not being picked up here. Phil Neville to hit one, that was travelling, deflected off Murphy. Not
I can't see how that can be possible to be a foul. Wes Brown challenging the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper can use his hands. Well, strange decisions how referees protect goalkeepers today. when the ball comes over Wes Brown, they're going for the ball. The goalie's got a clean touch, no contact of any way been a foul, and yet the referee gives a free kick. Crazy.
You just wonder in situations, having sent Hoopier off so early, whether psychologically in times like that it plays a part in the referee's mind.
Well, maybe sometimes.
The benefit of the doubt. But it's all United at the moment. This is Giggs. Couldn't get it away from Traore. Al Hadj Diouf. Brown slipped there. Ferdinand won it in the air, then Heskey. Diouf. Silvestre came across. Good flip by Van Nistelrooy. Risa.
That's a free kick against Danny Murphy. Little push in the back and Roy Keane.
Mike Riley saw that one. Scholes to Keane. Scholes wants it back. He's got it back, and he's got a bit of space as well. Was Solskjaer a little wide? But again, no chances being taken back there by Liverpool or Jimmy Traore.
Well, he's quite right, Steve. He doesn't know what's behind him. His own goalie was behind him, but he obviously didn't get a shout, and nobody scores when the ball's in the crowd.
Another corner for United then, which Giggs takes. Oh, it was a free header away, but not too much of a convincing one by Bishkan. Phil Neville wins it back. Giggs against Risa. Against the back of Gerrard. He's got Gary Neville in support. And they beat one. Didn't beat El Hadj Diouf. Now Gerrard for Liverpool. Away by Risa. Well, looking at United's home record in the Premiership this season, it's oh dear.
No dancing, Roy.
It's virtually impeccable. 13 wins from 16, so it's difficult enough to play with 11 here, let alone 10 for 87 minutes. It's over everyone for a throw. Let's have a look at this. What was Ryan Giggs appealing for?
He's appealing for a penalty, Steve, but I don't know why. Maybe he thinks Biscayne are, well, a two-footed challenge, that's what it is. It's a free kick, a two-footed challenge, isn't it? Oh, referee, dear me. A man made no attempt to jump there at all.
Traore to Murphy. Challenged by Keane. Still with Liverpool though. But too strong for John-Arne Risa.
Yeah, good defensive work by Gary Neville. Seen the danger and was over like a shot. Even the lot went out.
Interesting to see in the match programme today, Jamie Carragher interviewed and asked if you could have one player from United, who would it be? He said obviously Roy Keane is influential, but Gary Neville is the most underrated player from his fellow fullback. This is a great chance for Solskjaer. All back to Van Nistelrooy. It'll come to Keane, and he couldn't keep it down.
What an important touch from Biscayne. What an important touch. That's a great bit of football by United, Steve, and Ole Solskjaer. I mean, this is a great ball back. This is a great ball back, and Biscayne just gets the touch and takes it away from Ruud. And Roy's shot, and what he plays with. I mean, great play by Ole Solskjaer down that flank. Always involved, Paul Scholes.
And Nistelrooy again. Fouled.
Well, that's pulling at his jersey, of course.
a little casual, and then was fouled by Van Nistelrooy. Igor Bishkan has only started one game in the Premiership this season for Liverpool. Very much on the fringe of things. He's very much in the middle of things now. Well won back by Silvestre. Haman. The German again. To Reese. Not a lot of options, understandably, for Liverpool. A man caught by Scholes. Bishkan. Now Juve. 22-year-old into Haskett. Liverpool just trying to keep hold of the ball, which they can't do now because Scholes wins it back with that sliding interception. And what can United build here? Traore in again. He's trying his best back there.
Good defending by Traore. Put a lot better on the times we've seen him play in the reserve team, Steve. But in a game when you've got 10 men, everybody's got to do their part.
Solskjaer. Gary Neville, he has Scholes in support. He's behind everything United do at the moment. Gives it back to Gary Neville. He was looking for the return ball to Scholes, but overhit it.
He's looking for the cute little ball in there, but just a little bit too much on it.
It's interesting to hear Carragher saying that by Roy Keane, he's United's most influential player.
Well, we see him every year. He's very, very consistent, isn't he? No question about his consistency every year, and that's why he's in the England team.
From a fellow player and one in that position as well.
Well, I think they're both much the same type of player, because I think Carragher's a very, very consistent player as well and does a great job for Liverpool. So maybe that's why he appreciates him.
And Nistelrooy and Traore again. Traore wanted Dudek to come.
He's never on for the goalkeeper to come there.
Bishkan. Not the most confident of kicks from Jerzy Dudek.
You don't want the game to be scrappy, Steve, because it'll suit Liverpool. You want United to get it down and pass it.
You want United to get a second goal before the break as well, don't you?
Would be wonderful, but when you've got 10 men, you like the game to be scrappy.
Heskey's jump to Juve. Up against Wes Brown and stopped by Wes Brown, and then foul Giggs. And he's got to be very careful, El Hadj Juve.
Well, he's kicked the ball away as well, hasn't he?
Temperamental character, I think.
He's a young fella, Steve. Young fellas are always temperamental. You would forget about that, wouldn't you? Long time since you were a young fella.
I don't know what temperamental means. Traore slipped. We've got a little bit of luck in there as well. Bishkan away, and then away by Carragher. Liverpool got lucky there.
Did get lucky? Well, he's given a dead ball kick. I can't believe that. He's given that for, because we'll hear Traore. Well, Bishkan slips as he goes to get it. That's a corner kick.
Carragher's put that out. Just shows you if you appeal, you sometimes get it.
Well, players are always told to appeal for everything. Certainly that was a corner kick.
Heskey beats Ferdinand in the air. Solskjaer. There's a lot of stick in the last couple of weeks, Emil Heskey.
Yeah, he's winning too many balls up there, Steve. Oh, easy, Wes, easy. That's a good challenge, Wes. You get a talking to for that. Just take your time, Wes. A little bit of a rash challenge. That's a bookable offence as well, Steve, but who was it, did we say, got away with it early on? We've forgotten already,
Heskey on Keane.
Heskey on Keane, you're right.
So there hasn't been a yellow card shown yet.
Well, when you've got 10 men, Steve, this is your chance. Corner kicks and free kicks.
Murphy's delivery. Gary Neville in front of Ferdinand with the header. Still come to Gerrard though, and then off Keane. And that's a corner to Liverpool. And it's their first corner of the game after 35 minutes.
Well, you've got 10 men, haven't you? But as I say, Steve, when you've got 10 players, corner kicks and free kicks is your big opportunity.
And Risa, we know, from last season Anfield, has got a deadly left foot, and he is going to deliver this corner.
He might put this on top of the goalkeeper.
Heskey's header, and there's already been a push.
Well, he's got on top of Rio Ferdinand's back, used his hands. Well, we just see here he used his hands. Oh,
It's Murphy, the offender. Oh, Haman has won that fairly, said Mike Riley. Only had 2 white shirts in front of him, but he's found Carragher. Gerrard in towards Heskey again, who wins it in the air again. And look at the space here for Jon Arne Riise. Unfortunately, he didn't catch it. Now Haman. And that's wide of the right-hand post, and Fabian Barthez is rightly saying, how did Riise have that space?
yes, they certainly did, and we know the way he can hit the ball, Steve. Again, it's a ball that's won in the air by Heskey too often. He usually hits him a lot better than that, but Haman, with his left foot, is not as good as his right foot, and we see it here, the reason why. But we know this guy can hit them, Steve. We should have scored with a free kick against United at Anfield. That's concentration, Steve. You've got to concentrate. When you're playing against 10 men, sometimes you're apt to be a little bit dozy. But again, he's winning a lot of balls in the air, Heskey.
Juve's won that in the air as well. To Heskey. Back to Juve. Still Juve. And he's found Riise. Gerrard's won that. Juve again. That will be a goal kick. Liverpool getting a little bit more space there for your liking.
A little bit too much, but at the same time, Steve, when they go forward, they're much aware I've got to be careful at the back. Maybe thinking that, Alex, as well. You've got to make sure at the back don't get caught asleep, because if you don't get caught asleep, at least you'll win 1-0.
Giggs. Van Nistelrooy. Scholes has got a lot of space out on the right. Here he is, and he couldn't bring it under control.
Can you believe that Paul Scholes miscontrolled it?
He's human. Gary Neville, that's a good ball in. That came off Traore. Sylvester, all the space in the world. Dudek was down. Back in from Giggs. Might have hit the post away from Traore. And Sylvester stopped. I thought he was offside.
Well, I thought he should have hit it first time, Steve. He didn't.
He just had a little glance, I think, to check he was on.
Well, when the ball comes over his left, nobody near him. No, you're thinking, why didn't you just welly it first time? I don't think the one from Ryan was going in anyway, but Traore makes sure.
Sylvester with his only goal this season against Leeds here. I don't think he realised what a good opportunity that was.
You don't get time in the opposing penalty box, Steve. There's too many people usually in there.
Lyon says the referee again. Heskey. Bishka. Forward ball from the Croatian looking for Gerrard. And he's won the throw, Steven Gerrard. fairness, it's been a spirited response from Liverpool.
Certainly has, Steve. Oh, they'll still think they've got something out of the game. You know what Liverpool are, great tradition and having a great deal of spirit.
Gerrard is going to get a talking to from Mike Riley.
Well, he surely must give a free kick. The minute the ball's thrown, the referee's blowing his whistle. Surely it's a free kick.
And he's at it again. Phil Neville is the player involved. It's towards Gerrard. Brown jumped the highest. But it's another corner. And as you say, you don't really want to give those away when Liverpool are concerned. I know they've lost hoop here, but they've still got height in there.
Yeah, plenty of it. And obviously they're going to throw them in, Steve, when you get 10 players.
Concentration, 4 minutes to half-time. Risa to deliver. Away by Phil Neville. Only as far as Haman. Juve. Again, he was looking for that.
He was looking for it and got it, but it's a silly challenge from Phil. He knows he's going to do that. He knows Juve's looking to go down. So you don't need it. He's on the corner, near the corner flag. He's not going anywhere. And there's an opportunity to put a dangerous ball in again.
Everyone but Van Nistelrooy for United. In from Risa. Dangerous ball in as well. It was Roy Keane with a header away. Now Murphy. And he's looking for Risa at the back post, and it's a good job Wes Brown made that.
Yes, there's a spare man there at the back post, and it was Risa, the left back, in the outside right position.
Good spell for Liverpool. Gerrard's ball in. Juve's header. Barthez takes.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure from Liverpool. That's out, got it. Just let it bounce once too much. Got to get a hold of the ball again, Steve. I know there's not very long to half time, but they've got to get a hold of the ball and dominate the game. Make Liverpool chase. It's quite warm out there and can be very tiring if you're chasing the ball all the time, and that happens if you get 10 players.
Sylvester to Risa.
That's better from Wes Brown.
That's a foul by Juve. And a bit of reaction from Mikel Sylvester as well, which is silly.
A bit of reaction from Juve, not Sylvester. He stuck his head in Mikel Sylvester's head. Yeah, he stuck his head in his face. I think that's the reason why Steven Gerrard get in straight away between the two of them. And the instigator's certainly not Sylvester. He's going to book the two of them, and I think that's unfair, that.
Well, just watch. I thought Sylvester might have reacted in the initial challenge, though, Pat. We'll have a look at it in a moment.
I think the initial challenge was an accident more than anything, Steve. I think being cute, he's come across Juve, trying to put him out of it. And Juve's just clicked his heels, and I think that's unfair, that.
First two yellows of the day.
Well, here
now
we see it
this
again, Steve, yeah.
Now as he gets up, Sylvester.
That's accidental, yeah, he did react, yes.
That's why he's been booked.
Oh, well, there, he's used his head there as well. Steve Gerrard does exceptionally well getting between the two of them. Kills it stone dead.
Risa.
Well, he was going to give the free kick, referee, but he decides United have got the ball, let him keep it, he's right. Well done, ref.
Sylvester into Keane. Back to Sylvester. And Solskjaer did well there to win the throw.
He did well to win the header in the first place.
Direct competition with his Norwegian teammate. 1 minute of stoppage time, which we're into. Overhit from Brown there, though.
Yeah, United have just got a little bit scrappy, Steve, the last 5 or 10 minutes. You want to get a hold of the ball again.
He'll want to regroup at the break, won't he?
Quite happy at the score.
Yeah,
quite happy the way the game is going, but you'll be looking for a little bit more from United.
And to test this fella a little more. Sylvester's header. Then Bishkans, then Keeds. Well, what started off to be a very eventful 45 minutes end with Ruud van Nistelrooy's penalty separating the two sides. The Dutchman's 33rd goal of the season after Mike Riley sent off the Liverpool captain Sami Hyypiä for a foul on United's leading scorer, who was beautifully put through by Paul Scholes, and he kept his cool to beat Jerzy Dudek. Gerard Houllier then saw his team regroup and have a spirited reply. United will feel perhaps they had another goal disallowed unfairly for Brown's challenge on Dudek, but Liverpool are still in there and fighting. But United, after that penalty, scored first, and they have the lead at the break. United 1, Liverpool 0.